ये जो है तो सारे दफा करें देखो मेरे लिए तो नहीं काफी अरे आपण मग पहिली व्यवस्थित करली
Good afternoon, one and all. It is humble requested that please mute your microphone and also as well as camera. Now our session will be start. Today is the last day of this ATAL FDP and I welcome you all. Today the session will be performed by Dr. Ramkishan Devangan in the unavoidable condition. Dr. Ramkishan Devangan is going to present. Before that, I will just a brief description about him. Dr. Ramkishan Devangan was Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science from RCET Bhilai, Chhattisgarh, Raipur, and followed by Master Technology MTech in Computer Science and Engineering from Chhatrapati Shivaji Institute of Technology, Durg. Then he has completed PhD from Atal Bihari Vajpayee Indian Institute of Information Technology Management, Gwalior in 2020. He has worked as a lecturer in computer science engineering in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in the Kirodimal Institute of Technology, Raigad, Chhattisgarh for 3 years. He has also worked as assistant professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department in Chhatrapati Shivaji Institute of Technology, Durg, followed by as assistant professor in the Computer Science and Engineering Department at Nirma University, Ahmedabad from October 2019 to January 2021. Followed by as assistant professor, he has just served from 2021 to July 24 in the Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala. At present, he is working as an associate professor in computer science engineering department at the Bennett University of Greater Noida since July 2024. So, welcome, Dr. Ramkishan Devangan. Over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to give expert talk in this ATAL FDP. So am I audible to you, all
Yes,
of you?
audible, sir, audible.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So let me share
Yeah.
quickly my screen. Whether the PPT is visible?
Yes, visible, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So let's start. So today I'll try to cover optimization technique in artificial intelligence. Moreover, in this particular optimization technique, first of all, I will cover genetic algorithm, one of the optimization technique. If time permits, then I'll try to cover particle swarm optimization. How mathematical formulation of these genetic and particle swarm optimization will be there to solve any problem, any real life example. Okay, so first of all, what is optimization? Basically, optimization is the act of obtaining best result under the given circumstances. Just wait. Okay. So basically, what optimization? One of the best example is what? Suppose if we want to move from one city to another city. So what? Sorry. This is my source city and this is my destination city. Okay. This is my destination city. So what I need to identify? I need to optimize the shortest route from one city to another city. Okay. With respect to distance or with respect to time. Okay. Whatever it may be. Either distance or time. This is called as optimization. Now, design, construction and maintenance of engineering system that involves decision making both at the managerial level and technological level. So, the goal for such decisions are what? To minimize the effort required or to maximize the desired benefit. Okay. So, one of the example of this particular thing is what? Optimization says that optimization means what? To maximize the effort or to maximize the profit, and in another term what we can say that to minimize the cost. Okay. So this is what we can observe. So best solution, we need to find best solution for given problem either by maximizing or minimizing an objective function. So whatever be the maximizing or minimizing, these particular problem is known as what? Objective function. Okay, under certain constraints. Constraints means what? These are called as conditions. Okay, for example, if I say what? You need to identify the shortest path from one place to another place. So one of the condition or one of the constraint is what? Boundary. Yes, one of the constraint is what? Boundary. If boundary is given to you, that means what? You cannot search or you cannot move from this place to this place via this route. Okay, because this does not come with respect to our boundary. So this is what we can observe. So there are so many paths from this route to this source to this destination, but within the limit we can identify this particular path. Okay. That's why this particular constraint is there. Now, next, where we use these particular optimization. So, one example was what? Design of structural units in construction, machinery, and in space vehicles. Second thing, maximizing benefit or minimizing product cost. I already told you maximizing benefit means what? You can also write it as profit. Okay. In various manufacturing and construction processes. And next, optimal path finding in road networks. Then optimal production planning, control and scheduling. Then optimal allocation of resources. Okay, just is in case of what? Resource allocation, where we see this particular resource allocation in operating system, there is one concept, resource allocation. So you can try to optimize at that particular place also. Okay, you can also see one of the example of this optimization is job shop scheduling. Job shop scheduling among several activities to maximize the what? Objective function, either benefit or objective function. So art of modeling. One of the example is what? Art of modeling. That means what? Our first design of structural unit. How we will use? So maximization or optimization that can be modeled into different categories or different phases. First phase is collection of data. Without data, can we optimize the thing? The answer is no. So data must be there. Now, second thing, based on the given data, what? We need to formulate the problem. Okay, first we need to define it, then after formulate it. Third, model development. Whether the optimization is, again, there are two types. One is called as single objective. Another one is called as multi-objective optimization. Okay, what do you mean by this particular single objective? So, single objective optimization is what? Again, you need to maximize the result. Okay, maximize the profit. This is what? Single optimization. Now, multi-optimization or multi-objective optimization. So, first objective is, for example, with respect to unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. What we can have? We need to what? Find the shortest path. Okay, this is first case. Find the shortest path. That means this is my first objective. Second objective, okay, the what? Rotation or the UAVs must not collide with each other. Okay, each other. So this is what? My second objective. Okay, so you can have more than 2, 3 objectives. That is called as multi-objective optimization. Now, next is what? We need to identify evaluation performance, okay, based on model validation. Then what? Where to apply that particular model and interpret the final result. So this is called as model building of any optimization. Okay, now what are modeling techniques? So one example is classical optimization technique. We have already studied in somewhere with respect to operation research, that is known as linear and non-linear programming. Okay, then what? Geometric programming, dynamic programming, integer programming, stochastic programming, and evolutionary algorithm. So today, most of the example will lie in this particular evolutionary algorithms. Okay, I'll try to cover this particular evolutionary algorithms. Okay, these are our traditional optimization techniques. Okay, now always remember what optimization problems can be two types. One is approximate method, another one is exact method. Now, what is this particular approximate and what is this particular exact method? Okay, so approximate means what? We need to find either optimal or near optimal solution. Okay, we need to identify either optimal or near optimal solutions, but in exact method, what? We need to always optimize, we need to always find optimal solution. Okay, now exact method, one example is branch and bound or branch and cut. Okay, you can also say one of the example is A star algorithm with respect to shortest path finding. Okay, or we can write Destra algorithm. Okay, these are what? Some deterministic algorithms. Okay, exact means what? Basically, whenever we need to identify exact solution, so these methods are also called as deterministic. Deterministic methods. What do you mean by deterministic method? Basically, deterministic means what? whatever be the problem is, if the shortest path from one place to another place is fixed, then whatever be the what application you are running, whatever be the obstacles are there, the result will be same. Okay, that is known as what? Deterministic method. Now, approximate method, for example, as I told you, shortest path. Okay, now, whenever we identify shortest path, what do you mean by this particular shortest path? For example, this is our source and this is our destination. Okay, now with respect to this particular boundary, source and destinations are defined. Now, how do we identify with respect to this? So, there may be some obstacles which are static obstacles. Okay, static obstacles. For example, if someone someone wants to move from Delhi to Amritsar. Okay, so what? There may be some obstacles. For example, barriers in between road. These are called as static obstacles. Now, dynamic obstacles, what? If we are moving in a particular vehicle, so other vehicles are called as dynamic obstacles. Okay, now can we imagine dynamic obstacles or can we predict these dynamic obstacles? Answer is no. So that's why my answer with respect to this particular shortest path will be approximate because although we know the static obstacles, but there is what? Impossible to predict dynamic obstacles with respect to the given environment. That's why approximate methods works. Now again, there are two varieties of this approximate method. One is known as heuristic and second one is known as meta-heuristic methods. Okay. Now again, meta-heuristic methods, one is trajectory based, another one is swarm or population based, another one is evolutionary based. So we'll first try to cover evolutionary based algorithm, that is known as genetic algorithm. Okay, nowadays if you try to read some of the literatures, okay, particle swarm optimizations, firefly, gray wolf, whale optimization algorithms, cuckoo search, and colony optimization algorithms. Okay, these are what? Emerging swarm based algorithms in the research field. Okay, so now what is the difference between heuristic and meta heuristic? Okay, basically this particular heuristic one what this has been derived from one Greek word that is known as heuriscan. The meaning of this is what? To find. Okay, to find. That means what? It is faster than mathematical optimization. Mathematical optimization means what? One method is there, simplex method. Another method is there, for example, branch and bound method. Now, meta means what? Beyond. Okay, for example, metadata. Metadata means what? That is data about data. Okay, just like this. Meta heuristic means what? Heuristics about heuristic. That means what? It is upper level. Okay, so meta heuristics are strategies that guide the search process. Okay, this guides the search process. The goal is what? To explore search space in order to find either optimal solution or near optimal solutions. Okay, always remember, meta heuristics are not problem specific. That means what? What do you mean by this particular problem specific? That means if you have a problem with respect to civil construction, if you try to observe, if you try to what? Implement this particular meta heuristic algorithm, in this civil construction, how do I try to observe it, or how do I try to implement it? So now this is what different problem. Based on this, my meta heuristic algorithm, what can be modified with respect to this particular what method. Okay, now basic concept of meta heuristic that permits an abstract level description. Okay, now they may incorporate mechanisms that to avoid getting trapped into confined areas of search space. Okay, that means what? This is a concept of local optima. Okay, so this is what local optima. Okay, so basically there are two words with respect to any meta heuristic concept. One is known as exploration and another one is known as exploitation. Okay, exploration and exploitation. Exploitation means what? Getting trapped into local minima. This is called as exploitation. Okay, exploration. For example, if I am new in a particular city, then what? Suppose I'm visiting in that particular city second time. So now if I want to take dinner, then what I can do? I'll explore the different hotels. Okay, that is known as exploration. Okay, I'll search for different hotels that is having what? Different varieties. Now exploitation, what? Although I told you that I am visiting second time. Okay, now exploitation means what? In the first time, in whatever hotel I have taken dinner, I'll again taking dinner in that hotel. So this is called as exploitation. Okay. Now, what is the overview? Okay. So with respect to this this overview is with respect to genetic algorithm. Okay. How do we start with this? So first of all, what is the inspiration of this particular genetic algorithm? Okay. Now, basic algorithms are what? Encoding, selection, crossover, mutation. Okay. These are what? Steps of genetic algorithm. Now, next, why genetic algorithm works? Okay. Why genetic algorithm works? Okay. Then, what are the strength and weakness of genetic algorithm? Okay, what are the strengths and weakness of genetic algorithms? Then we will see what are different applications. Right now, I am taking one example of traveling salesperson problem. Okay, I'll say traveling salesman problem or traveling salesperson problem. Okay, I will show you, if time permits, this particular example with Python implementation, how we have tried to implement this particular what genetic algorithm, okay, in one of the application. Yes, so let's try to check what genetic algorithm. So first of all, inspiration, why we are using this particular genetic algorithm. Yes, why we are using this particular genetic algorithm is name indicates. If you try to observe, first word is what? If you try to use first four alphabets, that is Zin. Zin means what? Either you can say that what? Human gene, okay, or any species gene. Okay, so this particular is what evolved from this particular gene. Okay, so that is known as what? Natural selection. So the word is survival of the fittest. That means what? This favorable traits become common and unfavorable traits become uncommon in successive generations. Okay, then another word is chromosomal crossover and genetic recombination. That is known as crossover and mutation of the what? Genetic algorithm. Then next, population and adaptive evaluation is facilitated. Okay. Then unfavorable mutations are simply eliminated. Okay. Unfavorable mutations are simply eliminated. So if you try to read what? This is what? Chromosomes, and these chromosomes are what? Crossing over. Okay, so this is one type of chromosome and this is another type of chromosome. So these are what? Crossing over. So this is called as crossover. Okay, I'll show you with respect to example also. So now, first of all, whatever be the solution space is there, how do we encode it? Okay, so first we need to represent the solution space by string of fixed length over some alphabet. For example, I told you we will see the example of traveling salesperson problem. So suppose there are 5 cities. So ordering of the cities can be either A, B, C, D, E or A, D, B, E, C or B, C, A, D, E. Likewise, you can do in your way. Okay. So how do I try to observe which one is correct? So there are 5 cities. So there are 5 factorial ways to arrange. Okay. So this is what one type of ordering. Now, one example is their knapsack. Knapsack means what? Knapsack, basically it is a kind of bag. In this bag, what we can have? Knapsack is a kind of bag in which we need to what? Keep different objects, not more than the capacity of this particular bag. Okay, so inclusion in knapsack, suppose there are 5 objects. Okay, we can include only 2 objects or we can include only 3 objects. Okay, in 2 or 3 objects, the capacity of the knapsack, okay, has been filled or either the capacity is equal to the given capacity or the capacity is less than, okay, the given capacity. Okay, there are 2 ways to identify like this. Now, first of all, first statement is our selection. How do we select this? So the word is there that is known as fitness function. Fitness function means what? We need to identify one objective function. Okay, for the given concept. How do I identify? So that is known as fitness function. So f of x is given. So where X is a chromosome in the solution space. Now here, how do we identify? So this is my chromosome in the solution space. Okay. Now it can be what? Well-defined objective function. I already told you that fitness function means objective function. Okay. That can be optimized or which is to be optimized. Okay. Example is TSP and knapsack. So this is my chromosome. This is my chromosome. Now, what initially, if I take this chromosome, my objective is to solve this and to optimize the result. Okay. Now another example, n-queen problem. Given a maze, okay, either this particular maze consists of 4 cross 4 or this maze consists of 8 cross 8. Now, suppose 4 cross 4, that means what? 4 queen problem is there. Now, how do I use this 4 queen problem? That means what? The answer is, if you keep a queen here, okay, now remaining three queens are place remaining three queens in such a manner that these are not in diagonal space or in row space or in column space. Likewise, you need to arrange this particular what? 4 queen or 8 queen or n queen problems. Okay. Now, what is the probability distribution for this particular selection? So, this is our formula for probability distribution. So, whatever be the function is given, okay, for different what? Points, set of points we need to identify, and collectively taking these points, we will divide it. Okay. Now fitness proportion selection. Okay. Now crossover. So I told you this is chromosome number 1 and this is chromosome number 2. Now how do we do crossover? So for example, if I take this particular point, okay, and if I exchange these two, so this is known as crossover. Okay, just see the color of these two. Okay, from here to here it is different and from here to here it is different. So this is known as crossover. Again, crossover is of two types. First type is known as what? Single point crossover, and second thing is known as multi-point crossover. What do you mean by this particular single point and multi-point? Yes. What do you mean by this particular single point and multi-point? So we can have, if you try to observe, this is what? This is called a single point. Okay. After this, we have changed it. Now, suppose multi-point means what? We also changed it. That this is known as multi. Okay. Now, next concept is their mutation. Mutation means what? This is applied with low probability. Okay. How do we apply it? So, just by taking one bit of the information, okay, with respect to the given chromosome and change this particular bit. This is known as what? Mutation. Okay, so what? How do you select a bit for mutation? So that is randomly selected. Okay, now what is the advantage of taking this particular mutation? So it prevents algorithm from getting trapped into a local optimum. Okay, so now this is the flow chart, overall flow chart of the genetic algorithm. How do we define it? So as in case of any algorithm or any pseudocode, if you try to observe, this is your begin, then initialization. Okay, initialization means what? Initialize random population, then selection. Okay, with respect to this particular random population, you need to select one new population. Now, if new population is same as previous one, means whatever be the optimized one, if the answer is yes, just stop it. If the answer is no, in that case, what? Do crossover, then after do mutation. Okay, so this is what? The step. Up to when? Up to when? Till new population generates, we will repeat this particular procedure. Okay, when we stop generating a new population, we will what? Close our algorithm. Okay, so this is what? The overall step. Okay, again selection, crossover, mutation, then fitness. Every time we need to identify fitness, and out of this particular two things, what? We need to find the optimal result. This is called as what? Like this. Okay, so either fixed number of iterations completed, or average fitness above the threshold, or average or base fitness value unchanged for a fixed number of consecutive iterations. Okay, now if you try to observe in real life, okay, what is the example of optimization? Can you imagine? Just see. One example is what? As We are using mobile phones. Okay. Now, if we install any app in this particular mobile phone. Okay. Now, if the app is not working properly, is it optimized? The answer is no. Second thing, suppose the app is what? Taking more space to install. Is it optimized version? No. Okay. So what? The optimization example is like this. Now, next, this is also again pseudocode. So initially, what we can have? Initially, we will start with 0. Okay. Now, again, your termination condition is what? Up to when your termination condition is not satisfied, you will use selection, crossover, mutation, and evaluation. Okay. Now, there are two cases. One is either maximum iteration, okay, or your termination condition, that is optimum result. Okay. There are two cases. Either maximum iteration or optimum result is to be identified. Then and then only what we can have, we will write it. Okay. Now just see this particular example. Okay. If you try to observe this example, what we can have? So suppose we are taking one string of length 4. Okay. 2 zeros and 2 ones. Okay. So this is 2 0 and 2 ones. Now 0 is the right of the ones. Okay. So this is what? If you try to observe right and left likewise. Okay. Now solution space lies 0, comma 1 to the power 4. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. The combination, this particular thing is what? This particular thing can be combined in this space. Okay. That's why what? Combination can be anything. That's why the answer is what? 0 solution space. Okay. That lies 0, comma 1 to the power 4. Okay. Now, with respect to this particular solution space, we need to identify what? We need to identify which one? Optimal solution. How do we identify it? Okay. So, first of all, we need to identify, first of all, we'll take one fitness function. So, number of bits that matches once in the solution. Okay. For example, initialization m equals to 4. Let's try to check whether this is there. 1 0 0 0 f of a 1. So what we can have? Now second thing, 0 1 0 0 again f of b. What? This is 1. Number of ones. Number of ones is here also 1 and here also 1. Now just see 0 1 0 1. Number of ones 2. Now 0 0 1 0. The answer is what? This is it 3? No, this can be 1 only. Okay, this can be 1 only. Now, if you try to observe from here, again, this is 1. So, how do we say that this is y equals to 4? Yes, f of y equals to 4. And this is what? F of z equals to 2. If you count it, you'll get 2. This is also 2. Just correct it out. Okay. Now, average, if you try to observe average, so based on this, the average may differ because the answer was with respect to these two values. Okay. Now, this can be slightly differ. Okay. Now, how do you do crossover? So, just see here 0 and here 1. Okay. If you replace it, what we can have? 1 has been here and 0 has been here. So just shift this particular one here, 0 here and 1 here. What we can have? This 0 is as it is, no need to worry. This one has been changed with respect to this. So this is 0 0 1 1 and this is what? 0 1 0 0. Yes? Any question till now? Okay, now again, same procedure. If you try to observe, okay, if you are taking this particular bit, this is mutation. So if you are replacing this bit here, what we can have? 0, 1, 1 and 0. So this is what we can generate. Now just see, after first iteration, how do we proceed? Then after second iteration, how do we proceed? So this is what we can observe with respect to the given example. Okay. Now, why this particular genetic algorithms work? Okay. So let's try to check. So one example is there, strings over the alphabet 0, 1 of length L. Okay. So one string is given there here, that the length 5. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay. Now schema is what? Basically, it is a subset of the space of all possible individuals, which are all genes that match the template from this particular heuristic H. Okay. H is what? One heuristic. Okay. Now I told you that what? This is what? Set of length of 5. Okay. So strings over the alphabet, length 5. So can we have? So now just see, 1 is fixed here and 1, 0 is fixed at last. Now how do we proceed with? So what do you mean by this particular asterisk? So this asterisk 1 asterisk asterisk 1 and 0. Now these asterisk can be what? Either 0 0 or 0 1 or 1 0 or 1 1. So how many combinations are there? There are 4 combinations given with respect to this particular heuristic. Okay. Now how do we identify? So this is known as my solution space. Okay, all possible individuals, all possible solutions. Okay, out of these solutions, we will identify. Okay, now again, just see, search space. Search space is what? This particular thing. Okay, so this is called as search space, a hypercube in L dimensional space. Okay, here if it takes 5, that means 5-dimensional space. Now individual, so vertices of hypercube, these are called as individuals. 1 2 3, sorry, this is not there. 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 vertices. If it consists of 3-dimensional, the vertices 8. If it consists of 4-dimensional, so that can be 2 to the power 4. Okay. If it consists of 5-dimensional, 2 to the power 5. Likewise, it will increase. Okay. Now, schemas, hyperplanes that formed by vertices. Okay. So, now, sampling these particular hyperplanes. So, this is what? One example with respect to that. Then crossover and mutation also with respect to what? These hyperplanes, how do we use? Okay, so crossover. Crossover means what? Basically, crossover produces new solutions while remembering the characteristics of old solutions. Okay, as I told you, what? If you are moving from one city to another city, okay, your source is this particular city and destination is this particular city. Okay, so there are a lot of roads to move from one city to another city. Okay, now how do you follow this particular road? So randomly you choose one what pixel or one point. Now after this you will calculate next distance. Okay, next distance, whether this is what nearer to your destination or this particular distance is nearer to your destination or this particular distance. Okay, but still you are remembering this particular older one. This is called as what? Our crossover. Okay, that means it partially preserves distribution of strings across schema. Okay, mutation. So it randomly generates new solutions which cannot be produced from existing population. Okay, so what is the advantage of using this mutation? So it avoids local optima. What is the meaning of this particular local optima? Yes, as we try to observe, just see. Okay. Suppose if you are climbing in a hill, okay, I'm just taking one example. Don't take it otherwise. Okay. If you are climbing in a hill, okay. Now the peak of the hill is this one, and peak of the hill is this one, peak of the hill is this one. Now, someone, if there are three persons, okay, three persons, person one, person two, and person three. So now first person is here. Now he or she has identified that this is optimum, what? Optimum peak. Now, how do we say that this is optimum peak? So now this person compares these two peaks with respect to its. So is it optimum? The answer is no. Now second person reach here, again same thing. Whether it is optimum peak, the answer is again no. As compared to this, these two has been trapped in local minima. Okay, now this is my, okay, so this avoids local optimum. Okay, now what are the strength and weaknesses of using this particular, which one? Genetic algorithm. Okay, so when we use this particular genetic algorithm, so always remember one point that is known as uncertainty. Okay, uncertainty. And second thing, large state spaces. Okay, when your what? Search space is large. Okay, when your search space is large, then and then only we can use what? This particular genetic algorithm. Okay, now what is this particular uncertainty? Uncertainty means what? One example is there. What? Image processing. Okay, with respect to image processing, what we can have? Noisy images are there. Okay, so that is what with respect to noisy images, okay, fitness function or objective function that must also be noisy. Okay, that may also be noisy. That's why this is what? Uncertain data. Now another thing, what? Time to time, the data is changing. This is what? Again, changing parameters, changing objective functions. Then in that case, how this particular GA works. Okay, so that's why how do we use it? So whenever we try to observe, first we'll find one random solution. Based on this random solution, we'll move. Okay, now large state space. So basically heuristic that focus only on in immediate area of initial solutions. Okay, now state explosion problems, that means what? Number of states used or even infinite to large to be handled. Okay, that's why we use this particular thing. Now, why we are using this? So the characteristics or the what parameters of GA are simple, powerful, adaptive and parallel, and it guarantees global optimum solution. Then it gives solution of an unapproximated form of problems. Then finer granularity of search spaces. Okay, when not to use GA. Okay, this must also be there. Okay, we must know when we are not able to use this particular GA. So first, constrained mathematical optimization problem when there are few solutions. Okay, always remember when there are few solutions, okay, we just avoid this particular genetic algorithm. Second, when constraints are difficult to incorporate into genetic algorithms, then whenever guided domain search is there, so no need to worry about this particular genetic algorithm because already guided domain is there. Okay. So now one example is there. So traveling salesperson problem. How do we use this particular traveling salesperson problem? Let's try to check this one. Okay. So let me write what is the problem description of this particular traveling salesperson problem. Okay. So given a complete weighted undirected graph. Okay. So to find the shortest Hamiltonian cycle. Now, what is the meaning of this particular Hamiltonian cycle? Basically, what? Suppose there are 5 cities. Okay. City A, B, C, D. Let's suppose what? We can say Z. Okay. So if you try to observe A for Ahmedabad, B for Bombay, C for Chennai, okay, D for Delhi, J for Jamnagar. I'm just taking this particular example. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this particular Hamiltonian cycle? So, a person starts with A, moving to each city exactly once and returning to its what? Parent city. This is known as what? Hamiltonian cycle. Okay. So now size of the solution space is what? N minus 1 factorial upon 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be one solution, another solution 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Likewise, okay. So if we have 5 nodes, 5 minus 1 factorial upon 2. So 5 minus 1 factorial, that means 4 factorial upon 2. That means 12 solutions can be identified with respect to only 5 cities. Okay, so this is one of the example. So now dynamic programming, the time complexity of this is n square into 2 to the power n. So time complexity is very, very large. So always remember this is a kind of NP complete problem. NP complete problem means what? Non-polynomial time, or we can say non-deterministic polynomial time solvable. Okay, now how do we encode it? So first, binary representation. So this is what? With respect to 3 cities, 1, 3, 2. How do we remember it? So 1 that is 0, 0, 2 that is 0, 1, 3 that is what? 1, 0. Now path representation. So simply we can write it. Adjacency representation. So it is adjacent to this particular thing. Okay. How do we remember this particular adjacency? Just see with respect to the one of the example, this one. Now, if this is adjacent to this particular thing, okay, so just see here 1 0 1 0, these two bits are same. Now this particular bit has been changed. This is called as adjacency. Okay, now if you compare this and this, these are adjacent or not? Yes. Just see how many bits are there. 3 bits. How many bits are there? 3 bits. Out of these 3 bits, only 1 bit is changing. Whenever 1 bit is changing, this is called as adjacent. Okay. Now, if you see this 0, 1, 0, and if you see this particular thing, whether they are adjacent or not, no. This bit is 0, 1, 0, and this bit is 0, 0, 1. If you see what? This bit is changing, and this, again, this bit is changing. So, what? There are 2 bits parallelly changing at a time. So, that's why these are not adjacent. Okay. So, the meaning of this particular adjacency is clear to you? Please let me know. That's why this is given. Okay. Here, if you try to observe 1, 3, 2 and 3, 1, 2. So, this. Okay. If you try to observe now, ordinal representation. Either it can be there or this can be there. Okay. So like this. Now again crossover operator. So I told you there are two types. One is one point, another one is multi-point crossover. Okay, here what? Order based, that is multi-point crossover. 2, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. Likewise, changing. Okay, here also multi-point, just check. This is 1, this is 2. Again, 1, 2, 3. Here also it is changing. Okay, so that's why this is called as multi-point crossover. Okay. Now next mutation operator. So here one mutation operator is using exchange mutation and second one is displacement. Exchange means what? If you are changing these bits, okay, 3 and 6, 3 and 6, this is exchange mutation. Now displacement means what? Just see 3, 4, 5. Here we are changing this particular 3, 4, 5 and shifting it. This is known as what? Mutation. Now, suppose 30 cities are there. Okay. How do we use it? So, randomly chosen these 30 cities. Okay. So, the performance is like this. This is I. I means what? Solution I. I means what? Ith iteration. Okay. Again, if you try to observe distance 941, if you try to observe distance 800, 652, likewise, whenever you modify it, 420, okay. So now up to 420. 420 is what? Now this particular 420 is my what? Optimal solution. Okay. This 420 is my optimal solution. If you try to convert, check this, what? Initially you have what? Distance. If you try to calculate it, suppose this is given in kilometers. What? 941 kilometers. Then after somehow it has been reduced and try to see the diagram also. Okay. Diagram is little bit clumsy. Okay. Now this is little bit clear and the distance is also 800. Again 650. Distance is little bit clear. Then finally this is distance 420 and the diagram is also clear to understand. Okay. So like this we can perform. Okay, so this is what? Generations. Generation means what? You can say this is iterations. Okay, this is iterations. One of the best example of iteration is what? If we are reading a particular book. Okay, so first time if we read, can we understand all the concept? Answer is no. Second time, somehow. Third time, more clear. Fourth time, again clear. Fifth time. Now we will try to what? Read the complete chapters in one shot like this. Okay. So whenever you are repeating the concept, okay, it will be clear to you. That's why this is what? Whenever you are iterating your generations, you will be getting what? More and more distance you are covering and finding the result. Okay. So just wait. Let me move on to, let's move on to which one? The coding part. Although I'll try to check it whether it is there or not. Mm. Okay, let me share the screen itself. Now, whether this particular code is visible to you, please let me know.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes, sir, code is visible.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. So just see, if you try to observe. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just see, if you try to observe, let me Yes. Okay. So what we can have? Same example is there right now. I'm taking this one as with respect to genetic algorithm. Okay. How do we implement this particular genetic algorithm? So this is what some Python code. So we need to implement this particular random number of cities we are taking. So this is what initialization. Okay. So city is given to us, distance, then representation. Okay, if you try to observe, this is city, this is distance, this is representation. Okay, how do we represent it? Now, okay, now just see, initially fitness function will be calculated. This is the concept of fitness function. Okay, this is the concept of fitness function. Then what? Initial population. Then how do we select use selection operation? So here tournament selection operation we use. Okay. Then crossover. So ordered crossover. I told you already. Ordered crossover we will select. Then after what? Mutation operation is there. We are selecting it. Then just see main function of the what? Genetic algorithm we have called. Okay. So population size, here we are taking 100. Okay. Generations, that means iterations. What we are taking 500. Then mutation rate, tournament size, ellipticism. Okay. This is the concept of this particular thing. Okay. Now, first you are checking this particular thing, population size. Okay. Now we need to find root. Okay. Now just see number of cities 20. Okay. You can check this by using 30 cities also. You can check this by 10 cities also. Okay. Now this is what? Uniformly distributed between 0 to 100. Okay. Now this is what? We can try to run it. Let's try to check whether the code is working or not. Okay, so this is what the result we are identifying with respect to 100 generations, 100 iterations. Just see, if you try to observe what 350, 405, 450. Now, just see, this is my what genetic algorithm progress, and this is how many cities I have taken? 30 cities. So this is the result with respect to this particular 30 cities. Okay. So if you try to observe from generation 0 to 499. Okay. So now distance covered is 558. That means the distance of this base distance, which is optimum distance we have identified. Now just see, that is 558. Now if you try to observe generation 0. Okay. My base distance was what? 1278. Okay, if you try to observe what, just we have reduced whenever we iterate it to 500 iterations. Okay, the what distance was somehow reduced by 60%, we can see. Okay, now just see, if we have only 10 cities, let's try to check whether it is working or not. Okay, again, if you try to check 10 cities, okay, distance is what? 175. Because of 10 cities, just see 10 nodes must be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 nodes are there. That means 10 cities. Okay, again, you can check whether what? Every time it is 175 because of what? Just see, in generation 0, first distance was 218.98. Okay, that's why this particular algorithm uses randomization. Okay, now coming towards my slide, just wait. Okay, yes, yes. So this is what, whenever you are moving to different number of iterations. What you can have? Different number of iterations. Okay, your distance will be less. Okay, somehow it is near about 600 to 400, in between 600 to 500. And if you take at first iteration, it was something around 1300 iterations. Okay, that's why this is 30. 30 means what? Traveling salesperson problem for 30 cities. Okay, now this is what we have studied till now. Okay, so how we will use it? Okay, so first, what? As I told you, genetic algorithm that defines the nature of gene. That's why this is what used with respect to molecular biology. And when we will use applications, so application is in scheduling, cryptography, parameter optimization. Okay, so it model applicable to large variety of classes of problems. Okay, it is another in the list of algorithms that is inspired by meta-heuristic or biological processes. Okay, then philosophical implication, that means what? Are humans actually moving towards their global optimum? Okay, so these are some of my references. That's all from my side. Thank you for listening me carefully. Please let me know any questions.
Participants, please ask any queries regarding this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chirag Kumar, sir. Thank you, Simarpreet, sir. Thank you, Vikramjit ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So if you have any doubt regarding this, or if you want to work in this domain, that means in optimization, okay, so you can mail me regarding the same. Okay, my mail ID is, I'm just typing it, ram.devangan@banit .edu.in. Okay, don't worry if you try to observe, okay, the things, if you are what using, or what I can say, that I'll give this particular slide for your reference also, so that you can understand in clear manner. Okay.
So thank you so much, Dr. Ramkishan Devangan, for your informative session on optimization technique in artificial intelligence. It was very informative regarding the subject, including the topic, including engineering application of optimization, art of modeling, related model building, and also heuristics, and either heuristics versus meta heuristics, genetic algorithm, inspiration evolution, inspiration evolution, along with the encoding of solution space, with suitable example of the coding you have performed the one example. This is wonderful session. So
Thank you very much, sir.
thank you, Dr. Ramkishan Devangan. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to give this particular talk.
Yes, this is also in the very small in span of time. You have accept our invitation and perform your session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, participants. Have a nice day, all of you. With this, I'm closing my session.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Vinith, should we provide the break?
Yes, sir. 20 minutes. We can provide the 20 minutes
minutes.
break, sir.
Okay, 20 minutes, na?
Yes, sir.
So all participants, now the 20 minutes break is going to be start. We will rejoin at 3:30 p.m.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kindly mute the microphone during discussion with yourself. This is breakup and the breaking time up to 3:30 p.m.
સંજય ઉપાધ્યાય તમારા મિત્ર તમારા સીજી ના એ જ ને બે મારે આપણે એટલો બધો કોન્ટેક્ટ એવું નહીં લા પણ બે જ હતા ને તમે એમ Dr. Arvind.
Yes, sir.
He has joined.
Okay.
Has joined. We can start.
Yeah. So should we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So welcome in the last session of this ATAL FDP. I warmly welcome once again to all participants, and not taking much time, I would like to invite uh, Mr. Anshu Aneja, the MD of Ansh Infotech Amritsar. So please welcome Mr. Anshu Aneja to deliver your session. I would like to just acknowledge you that day 2 on the topic of machine learning, day 3, I mean, mostly on the day 3, when the Anshu Aneja delivered the most significantly uh, his lecture on building simple ML models using Code Collab and explaining with the help of coding. The session was very comprehensive and informative. So we and also participant expect from their side that today's session will some meaningful of his part. So welcome Anshu Aneja, sir. Dear all participants, kindly stay with us. Mr. Anshu Aneja joining very soon.
Yes, participants, there is some issue. He is not able to open the link. Kindly bear with us. We are making necessary arrangements.
Very good afternoon to everyone present out there. Uh, Apologies, first of all, uh, for getting a little delayed. And as we were just trying to connect with the host, but unfortunately not able to connect. So finally, we are here now on this platform.
Sorry, sir, sorry for the delay.
Sorry, sir.
Welcome, Dr. Anshuareja. This is the last session, and as all participants already know that the previous session of you was very informative and comprehensive. So all participants expected from your side today's session will also most beneficial for him. So
We'll try our level best, sir.
Mr. Anshuareja, welcome once again.
Thank you so much for the appreciation. And as I have said earlier, also we'll try our level best to make this session useful this time too. And obviously, we'll come across with the insights in different forms. So, as we know, today's session is based upon the role of AI for Industry 4.0. So, let me just ask my subordinate, Mr. Lakshman, once again to be with me, and he'll showcase the presentation, and we'll proceed further now. Mic on.
Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yeah, visible.
All right. So, as we know, we are living in the world of technological advancement. So, as the industry has been growing, and obviously revolutions have been coming across. So, starting from the earlier era of electricity, moving towards to the industry, having the powerful knowledge and implementation of internet, and being a part of the latest era, AI has been playing a vital role. So industry has obviously have got a new revolution, and that is why at present industry standard has become industry 4.0. I believe many of you are already familiar with industry 4.0, so I'm not supposed to discuss that aspect in minute details. So just a brief so that we can come across the main agenda. What is the role of AI for industry 4.0? So industry 4.0, as we know that it is basically concerned and confined in regards to automate the manufacturing industry and the processes in particular, and other ecosystems, so that the ultimate purpose of productivity, efficiency, and the customized development should be achieved. And for that, industries opting the new technology domains. One is IoT, one is but obvious artificial intelligence, and cyber security, cloud computing, and all these things. The main purpose is we are supposed to integrate the digital infrastructure, digital platforms with the physical world. so that with the knowledge and the integration, successful integration of digital technologies, we can solve this purpose. So that is all about Industry 4.0. So a brief about all those things. See further. So that is the basic definition. We need automation. We need factories and smart systems. We need smartness everywhere. Smart homes, smart devices, smart factories and all, smart cities and all. So all these things are basically under the part of industrial revolution. That is 4.0. Next. So evolution has been mentioned, how it has been come across throughout the world. So there is no need to mention all those things. So right now in the present era, we are talking about the fourth revolution of industry, and that is 4.0. And the core technologies under Industry 4.0, obviously industrial IoT. We know what is IoT, is Internet of Things, cloud computing, because eventually the data in regards to the IoT devices, in regards to the artificial intelligence, machine learning projects and other things, data needs support of cloud computing services. We need infrastructure for storing the data, for manipulating the data, and to manage the data, and obviously the form of cloud computing. And obviously, if we want to connect with the devices, connect with the machines in the industry, we have to utilize the cloud computing services, but obvious. And in regards to cloud computing, Amazon is the market leader. It is offering cloud computing services under AWS platform. So similarly, autonomous robots for handling the industry, the pipelines of the industry, the building blocks of industries are taken care by robots itself. Like we know in the developed countries, like in America, Amazon has completely, handed over the warehouses to the robots. So similarly, AI, machine learning, data analytics, because we need to analyze the data in the real-time basis. So we need to understand the power of data analytics for Industry 4.0. And obviously, in order to protect all these equipments, because these devices, their infrastructure is going to be controlled somewhere at other end. So they need internet connectivity. And when we connect with the unreliable network, the security concerns are always there. If we are storing our data on the cloud, then cloud security is required. When we are offering the IoT services, the IoT devices and IoT data is supposed to be secure. So obviously, eventually, when we are moving towards the automation, where human intervention is, we are trying to remove the human intervention as much as possible. So security will be definitely a major concern. So under the Industry 4.0, we need to take all these basic elements into consideration while developing this kind of ecosystem. Next. We all know what is industrial automation, and that is happening with the help of IoT. Can you show one example of industrial home automation video I've shown you? I'll show you one example. We have been able to automate somebody's home using IoT services. I'll show you one example. This is, you can check it out on your screen. I have tried to automate certain basic things. So in regards to curtains, windows, everything through my phone device. And that is an example of IoT. Let it be, play karte raho. So this I am showing that it is happening. This is basically a local client in Ludhiana itself. And I have tried to automate certain things using IoT environment. So I've set up a small application for them, and I'm connecting the basic household things, fan, lights, and curtains in itself. Escape. So these are being automatically controlled on my phone and all, obviously. So this is a simple example of IoT. Okay, moving further. So this was an example that IoT is actually happening even in our local ecosystem. So furthermore, the next element is cloud.
Yes.
Participants, it is requested to kindly mute your camera and microphone.
So in regards to analyze the real-time data of IoT devices or the data related to the sensors who are handling the machines and all, so we need to analyze the data automatically. So that's why the data analytics aspect will be important aspect of Industry 4.0. Moving further, And obviously, let's talk about the topic. It's called AI, the role of AI in order to generate the smart systems, the autonomous systems for industry. AI is going to play a vital role. And these are the basic elements of AI. We'll be using machine learning, obviously, to analyze the data pattern. We'll be using the power of deep learning systems to create autonomous systems. And obviously, in order to check it out, the failures of the system before it happens, that is called predictive maintenance. So I'll be using uh, AI for that. And obviously, for enhanced decision making by themselves, the devices can make the choices by themselves. That will happen with the help of AI. So obviously, that could be the part of Industry 4.0. Next, this is all quite obvious. Already, robots are there on industry in the industry penetration. When we talk about the production lines and all, industry assembly lines and all, robots are already there. So that is also part of Industry 4.0. And obviously, since we want the power of AR and VR, the metaverse is growing day by day, and people want the factories and the machineries. They should be adaptive enough, and they should be controlled at their home. Anyone can manage. That can happen with the help of AR, VR. We can create metaverses of our factories and other things. So that will be a vital element of Industry 4.0 in order to automate your workplaces. You can manage the people from your home. You can manage the equipment from your home, and while creating the metaverse of your factories, even your homes and everything. So obviously, AR and VR and 3D printing will be an element for that. So just brief discussion about this. Now let's talk about the automation using agentic AI. So what basically I'm going to focus today itself is that aspect of AI which is really helping in the automation. And obviously, as automation we know is the basic element of Industry 4.0. So what flavor of AI is basically being used for Industry 4.0? There are different flavors that we know: foundational AI, generative AI, and agentic AI. Today, we are going to discuss about the agentic AI aspect of AI, and that too, the role of agentic AI for Industry 4.0. So for the further discussion, we'll be trying to provide you insights about what is agents, what agentic AI is all about, and we'll show you some examples of basic agents we have created for you guys to showcase you. And when we talk about the role of agentic AI in Industry 4.0, you can see uh, agentic AI 4.0 is helping for the optimization, whether it is a supply chain. Agents can manage the whole supply by itself. It can check it out in the real time, all the logistics, and it can improve the efficiency. It can predict the routes. It can predict the shortage of the material. That all in the form with the help of agentic AI. When we talk about the quality control, it can check it out with the help of computer vision, that whether there are some defects in the system, in the products and all, and it can automate the quality inspections with the help of computer vision and obviously AI. When we talk about the maintenance, we are really focused about the predictive maintenance. We are supposed to detect whether the machine is going to failure in advance so that we can take the appropriate actions. So analyzing the real-time sensors data and the real-time data and equipment's failure in advance with the help of AI. So obviously predictive maintenance is very much possible with the help of agentic AI. And we talk about the decision-making aspect, though now machines at itself can decide itself how to work properly and efficiently. So real-time insights of the data can be analyzed and can take the informed and better decision with the help of agentic AI. And obviously, when we talk about the security concerns, we can help our system using powerful AI tools in order to secure our systems as AI is contributing in that. So these are the key benefits if we use the agentic AI in our Industry 4.0, because that is a very important aspect of AI this time and the present scenario. So now let's try to understand what agents mean, what agentic AI basically mean. So we understand that so far there are basic elements of Industry 4.0, and but in regards to role of AI Industry 4.0, we have different type of AI forms available for automation. But today we are going to focus about the agentic AI and how AI agents can help us in the form of some tasks, automation of the task and all. But in order to understand agents properly, let's talk about some facts about the AI agents. Last year, we came across to know that there have been a coding competition, that is a, we can say, Olympics of the coding. Can somebody tell me who was the winner of that coding competition? It happened in Japan last year. The person himself was basically the employee of OpenAI, and he was the first. But you know, who was the second at that position? You know, second for the coding competition. It was an AI agent basically. And when we talk about the present scenario, we have number of things which agents are able to perform. And there's a research paper called AI Agents 2027 that has been written by a person named as Daniel. He was an ex-employee of OpenAI, and he has made some prediction in regards to AI agents. What he has said, what he has been written in the research paper is that whatever agents we are using, for example, what are the agents? ChatGPT is an AI agent. You know, we have Gemini, we have DeepSeek. All these are basically agents. These are, we can say, we got chatbots and all, but these are basically agents. So whatever agents we are using right now, they are basically agent zero or called base agents. And this says that whenever we are using agent zero or base agents, industry is developing agent one. And the stage when AI agent one will be come across for our usage, agent two will be made. And once the revolution will come across as the number of GPUs are getting advanced, so agents will be made very faster at very faster pace. So we'll come across, when we come across agent 2, agent 3 will be creating agent 4 and so on. That means a stage will come that AI will create its own AI and will design its own AI without need of any human intervention. Further prediction says that whatever AI agents we come across, they are aligned with us. Even Sam Elton has said, we have a danger, we have a feel of danger that with the passage of time, we can lose the control of AI. We can lose the control of these agents. They will show that they are obeying to us, but they will follow their own choices. It could be possible at certain stage that agents could, you know, extend a lot of human work. So this is the prediction basically. This have been made in this paper. And when we talk about what agent exactly are, we'll try to show some examples to you. I want any among you guys, any among you people out there, all the respected dignitaries out there, can try to fill a form on a website called Geeks for Geeks. And I can show you some example. There is a website called Geeks for Geeks, already we all know. And we just need to try a form on Geeks for Geeks. You can just go for the sign up form. I'll show you Geeks for Geeks site. So anyone can try. We will open a Geeks for Geeks site. You can open on your system, and you will find a option, sign up option over there. And you are supposed to fill up a sign up form. If you are not, or if you're already signed up, then it's okay. But if you are new to this platform, kindly sign up this form. And once you are able to sign up, we need anyone among you, just let us know what you come across. We are supposed to open Geeks for Geeks site, and there'll be a sign up option. We have to fill a form, and after filling the form, they will ask the email address of us. We have to fill our email address, and once we are able to submit that form, we'll get a message on the email. If somebody is able to get that message, can just let us know, and if somebody is able to successfully sign up. Whether somebody has able to do that. Whether somebody is doing that task for us. Okay, you can do one thing. You can share the link of our agent in the chat box, the form filling agent. Or I'll do one thing. If you are not able to sign up, link of that form agent. I'll be showing. I'll be.
Yes,
I'll
sir,
be
I'm
sharing.
not getting mail.
Whether somebody filled that form and got some mail from Geek for Geeks,
No,
from
sir.
Geeks for Geeks.
I didn't get any mail.
You are supposed to. It could be because of internet connectivity. Anyways, I'll share some link with all of you in the kindly share the link. We're sharing a link with you guys
Okay, sir.
in the chat box. This is again an application form. This is small application made by us for getting the contact information for somebody if contact us. So we are supposed to respond. So there's a link. Kindly click that link and you will find a small form in front of you. And we are supposed to fill that form. If somebody is able to fill that form, once you are able to fill that form, you will obviously somebody will get a message on the email. There's a small form for getting the input from the user, whether the user is interested or some students are interested for applying for internship or for job in our company. So there's a form, and okay, somebody has already applied, and I think he or she will be able to get some message. We are able to that from Kothari. Sorry, I'm able to. What's it has been mentioned? You have get the somebody has applied for Kirit. So okay, there is an email address. Okay, so you will get you would have get information on your email.
Okay.
Did you get some email?
Let me check, sir.
Kirit, did you get some email on your email
Yes,
ID?
sir, I'm checking. Just give me.
Sure. Please go ahead. Take your time.
Yes, sir, I received one mail.
Okay, can you just read this email for everyone?
Okay, sir. Hey, applicant, we have received your application for the job. We will connect you soon.
All right, wonderful. So basically, you have tried to submit a form, and obviously, whatever the option you have chosen, whether you have chosen for job or for internship, right now you have chosen for the job, and you have found email on your corresponding email address which you have mentioned. Now, how this happened? That you have autonomously being replied, which we generally come across when we fill some form on the daily basis on some websites. We have got the responses from that website. So there is nobody who's managing the email servers. The only thing which is being managed, the service is managed by obviously by the agent. So what agent is basically, it's that piece of software, that application which basically perform the task or take decision, or autonomously it performs some action whatever you have decided without any human intervention. Now in this case, if somebody is trying to connect with us on our web portal, we cannot miss that person, okay, because he or she will be automatically connected by our agent. So that you mean to say that we have automated certain small tasks using this agent. So that you mean by AI agent. So this way we can automate certain sort of tasks with the help of agents. That is called AI agent. This was a simple example. Now let's move further. I'll get back to the PPT. Now elaborate the things in more detail. So this is a definition: autonomous software programs that use AI to perform tasks and obviously make decisions and interact with the user of the system. And when we talk about characteristics, we have two kind of independent and perception based. We don't need any human intervention. And for perception, when the agent is supposed to take some actions, okay, when the agent is supposed to process something while the human is just like a human thinking. So it needs sensors or need APIs. So based upon the type of application, the type of problem we are trying to solve, we have the characteristics of agents. And we'll when talk about the further the types of agents. But before getting into the detail of agents, I want to discuss a little more about another form of AI that is called generative AI. As we all know, generative AI is basically, is everywhere right now. We are able to use ChatGPT to generate our reports and codes. When we talk about the cloud AI, we are able to get the appropriate codes for any application. We have Codex, number of platforms in order to generate images, PPTs. We have Gamma.ai, Notebook.lm, where so many platforms are there, which can help us out to get the text, images, video, and all. I'll show you one example of generative AI. We have created a small prototype for you. Let me show. So small application in front of you. So we are trying to run this application live in front of you. And there's a purpose why I am mentioning about generative AI right now. As we were talking about agentic AI or AI agents, but we need to discuss a little about generative AI. So there is an image generator. I am giving some prompt as we generally do. We give some prompts to the agents, to the chatbots, and obviously we get some sort of things to be generated as we required. So that is a generative AI, we all know, but we have created that simple application. Now it is given an instruction and prompt of creating an image. So we are waiting to get the image generated on this application. So just wait. Okay, now we have able to create some any random image for us. So that means generative AI is that kind of AI which can generate something. Now the term is to generate something, generative aspect of AI. So that is basically a vital thing which we are going to mention further. I'll show you another example. I asked Lakshman sir to just open any application of it could be Google Switch or okay. Now again an application of generative AI. We are able to see that's a basically platform by Google itself. There's a platform to generate a website or a design of a website. Give a prompt. So we're giving a prompt. Again, this is a generative AI application, and we are able to open this application. Kindly check your network connectivity if it is fine. So this application is freely available in order to get some work done for you. For example, if I'm a business owner or somebody who wants a basic static design for the website or even mobile application, I can ask this application to generate that complete website or application for me. You can change the network connectivity if you want. Okay, we have given the prompt to this application and we are done with the basic login page right now. It has been designed. This application, this generative AI application has created a small design for us. Now we can even download this code. This is a JavaScript code freely available for us. We can view this code, we can customize this code, and we can give it to the developer also to make the changes. So similarly, we can have a design of mobile application too, and so on. So this is another example of generative AI. Now there's a portal Lovable. You can get the complete front end, back end of the complete application right now. So obviously I am making my task automated with the simple prompts. So in order to get some website to be completed, I'm not supposed to hire somebody or any sort of XYZ company. So I am asking it to create an e-commerce website for me, and the code will be ready for me with the complete website along with the deployment on GitHub too. After getting deployed, I can obviously share with my other developers. They can contribute in that website. So right now, this complete application is writing some code for me and obviously generating a preview for me, and whatever things are being done, it is mentioning over there. So again, one application which is able to generate something. So this is another example, and let me tell you, this company has been able to become a unicorn company in very early stage, and it has a manpower of only 45 people. So this flavor of AI is basically utilized by the companies these days in order to create effective tools for any sort of domain. It could be for development, it could be for cybersecurity, it could be for automation of the task, anything. And these kind of portals are basically offering software as a service. As these days, software as services are really helpful. You can utilize uh, software as services for your particular task. How much time? Okay. So we have given the prompt to this application. We'll come across, we'll back to this application once it is done. But what I'm trying to say, earlier server was able to get an email from my portal from a form. And here we are able to see some sort of application or websites being created. So how this is happening? Because they are able to generate something. So when my agent was generating some images for you, or sorry, some email for you, that means it has got the generative aspect itself. So what I mean to say, in case of creating agents, we use the knowledge of generative AI. In order to create good agents, depending upon what sort of task you're going to perform, it has to acquire the knowledge of generative AI, because it is not only taking decision to send you the mail based upon the choices you have made, it is also creating the and typing the mail, and it is sending to you. So that's why I have mentioned the basic concepts of generative AI. So here also, these are the simple example of generative AI, but in order to run agents properly, someone should have a knowledge of generative AI too, because we are going to utilize the generative AI models for agentic AI and agents too. So that is the purpose I have mentioned, why I have mentioned the generative AI aspects. So we have given this task to this, you can check it out. It has edited so many pages. Obviously, depending on the network speed, it will create a complete website for me. But in nutshell, I mean to say, in order to understand the knowledge of agentic AI in particular, one should have the knowledge of generative AI, and so that he or she is able to perform the task in the autonomous mode using and creating appropriate AI agents. So this was the purpose to mention about the generative AI. All right. So we can meanwhile go back to the PPT if it is able to create. Okay, now we are having this preview in front of us. I was able to see, and this is available. So okay, now we are done with the website. E-commerce website is there. We can customize that because it deploys the code for us. So there are many other portals available, many websites, Blackbox, and so many. These are all the SaaS applications which are able to create complete websites or phone applications for you guys. So obviously, they are using the sense of generative AI. Now let's go back to the PPT. Okay. So that's why the purpose was being mentioned of generative AI. So obviously, these are the possible things with generative AI. And obviously, the core of generative AI is LLM, large language models. So I believe all of you are familiar with large language models, so I'm not supposed to mention that, but that is called foundational model of AI. For example, ChatGPT is large language model. So basically, beside the ChatGPT, there is a large language model, quite obviously, and obviously, in order to create a generative AI application, we need large language models which are being trained to create something. It could be text, it could be images, it could be audio, it could be video. So the brain of generative AI is large language model. And in order to create agentic AI applications which are able to perform complex tasks, we should know the knowledge of generative AI. That means the LLM are also essential part of agentic AI. So that is quite obvious thing. That's why we have correlated these things. Moving further, obviously generative AI is very old. We talk about the CV application. The generative AI was already there. So moving further, so large language model is obviously familiar to you. So I'm not supposed to mention and describe what large language models are. And these are a few examples of the tools which can be powerful, useful for you, all of you. These are some AI tools. Go back. You can just note it down if somebody wants. These are the few categories of the tools, generative AI tools, which are being useful for everyone for different purposes. Okay, so you can just take a screenshot or whatever you want. So, and you will find that there could be certain tools which are basically paid. So if you are not okay, now there's a website called there is a AI for that. If you are trying to find some tool for some sort of task, go to the website. There is a AI for that. You will find certain sort of lot of tools over there, category wise. But if you are able to find certain tools are paid, then there is a website called alternativetool.com. You will find free tools in alternative to their paid tools. So these are two websites which you can utilize. And obviously, in regards to generative AI, I was able to even create the clone of the things. I'll show you one example. I have created a clone. I'll show you one thing. And these days, right now, we are in the Google Meet. We are on the virtual platform. In the previous season of Shark Tank, some guy from the America in the Shark Tank season, America, it shows a clone of himself that he has said that in the future meetings in the Google Meet and all other meetings, you are not supposed to be there. Right now, we by choice are here. But if you don't want to be there, you can ask your clone to attend the meeting and create the agenda for you and share the things with you later on. Even the CEO of Bumble is a dating app, says that in the upcoming future, you will find the agents or the clones of you will be attending the things and be interacting with the people. So I'll show you a video, small video. You can check it out. Now here you can just see that I'm explaining something. It's an explainer video. Have just made that, but you can check it out. I have used a small tool for that, and obviously it's a clone of me. I have not created this video myself. Some clone of my is explaining something to you guys. So generative AI has that powerful essence that you can create your own clone and ask this clone to read script for you in your audio or in any form. So it has followed my expressions, everything, the body language. Though it's obviously a free of cost tool, but we are having a paid tools to create a proper clone of you. That it will happen in the upcoming future. And anyways, let's come back. Okay, now let's move further. Okay, now I'm confining my talk to the agents. The very basic type of agents. When you interact with chatbots, you ask question and answer. It creates some answer for you, fine, and it uses websites, knowledge base, articles, and APIs to answer you. This is a simple example of agent, and that is basically possible with the help of large language model. So the simplest form of agent is a chatbot. You are able to find out chatbots on the customer support services these days in your WhatsApp and other platform. When you try to answer certain things based upon your choices, that responses are being given to you from that chatbot. We basically generally say chatbot, but this is not a technical word. The technical word is agent. The simple form of application which you can create using agent is chatbot. So with the help of agents, you can create a chatbot for your company, for any sort of customer support services or something else. So that is one example. Moving further, let's talk about real-time application of agent. Now let's take an example. I have able to show some pictorial representation to you. Let's say an example that you want to move from Delhi to America in the upcoming few months, and you want the ticket should be booked according to your perceptions and your choices. You have asked somebody to figure out the 6 sunny days when in the month of, let's say, May or March, where when you want to travel to America, and you have mentioned that I want the ticket should be under the budget of this much of dollars and all. Okay, so how this thing can be performed by agent? Obviously, there is an agent in front of you. It is having large language model, obviously knowledge base and everything. But how it perform? Think like an agent as a carpenter. Now, carpenter has a brain, but in order to perform his task, he needs some equipments. Now, the equipments here for the agent will be APIs. So, considering this scenario, how this agent will work? This agent will first of all go to the Expedia API to check it out, the weather in a particular, it will go to the weather API to check it out weather in the month of March, and you'll find out what are the days which are sunny, the consecutive 6 days which are sunny. Okay, using that API knowledge, it has got one action. Furthermore, it will go to the Expedia API to figure out what are the flights available on those 6 days and what are the prices of those flights, whether it is under my budget or not. While figuring out all this information, it will perform the task and book a ticket for you. And it will send a confirmation message that tickets are booked. Now, this complete task can be done by a simple agent, and that is called agent. So in order to perform a task autonomously, agent requires quite obviously a large language model, the knowledge base itself, and obviously it uses certain APIs. So it's a carpenter, basically, which is having a brain, but the Expedia API is one tool, weather API is one tool to perform certain tasks. That is a simple way to create one agent. So obviously, in order to create agents, you need this much of stuff with you. You use APIs, you use obviously knowledge bases and data and other things. And the knowledge can be from PDF, from Excel, any sort of information. All right. So this is a simple example. Now I'll show you some agents practically, and I'll just elaborate the things in more detail. Okay. I'll ask Lakshman sir to give some examples to you. Okay. Now a simple example I'm showing to you, a simple agent. Whenever I am supposed to post something on social media, sometimes I'm not able to figure out the appropriate caption. So I ask my agent, can you help me out to create a proper caption so that among those caption, I'll be able to use any of caption to put on the social media. So for example, if I'm not able to familiarize myself with any sort of industry and I am supposed to write some post for that industry, some sort of business or any sort of purpose I'm supposed to write, but I'm not having knowledge. I'm not able to figure out as a digital marketer. I'm not able to figure out any right caption. So I have made an agent, and you can check it out. I have asked this agent to create a appropriate caption for me. So it has given me, I have given the prompt. I am delivering a session on agentic AI something. Now we are able to find some captions. Appropriate caption can be chosen by me. That depends on my choice. So we have number of options with me. A simple task which could take a lot of time to being creative to something. Obviously, ChatGPT can do this for you, and it is doing. But I am just showing you an example that you people can create your own agent for any task, whatever you want, and you can automate your task. Whatever agents I am able to show you, that's a software base, because you can create agents on the software decision only, because I don't have any hardware right now with me. I don't have machines and all, but the similar kind of knowledge is being utilized when you are going to automate the things in the industry level and the hardware, in the firmware and other things, in the machinery itself. Okay, so this is one example. Let me show you another example. Okay, let's talk about the social media post creation. Okay, so here is a example. I am having the LinkedIn profile of Lakshman sir with me. Right now, we have not posted for a long time. So I asked something to be done automatically. So, okay, there is an Excel Google Sheet in front of you. I'm just mentioning certain things. I'm just mentioning the title for my post. What is automation? Let it be Industry 4.0. Okay, I'll change the topic. What is Industry 4.0? I want to write something on Industry 4.0, and I am hard of having appropriate words. I'm not able to choose appropriate wordings and writings for this topic. So I can ask my agent to find out the appropriate words, not even only creating words for me. Let's see what it can do. Obviously, my agent is running, it is executing. Okay, that is successful execution. And I'm going to refresh my LinkedIn page, and let's see what agent has done for me. Okay, now I am having the post on my LinkedIn itself. So it has created the talk, the Industry 4.0, all those things, whatever I have mentioned, it has created the post for me, and it has put that post on my LinkedIn page itself. So it has obviously created something, means it has generated something. It has generated something, and it has used its decision to post on the LinkedIn itself. So that is how this agent has worked for me. So this is a simple another example of agent. Okay, let's have a agent for ask them to send the email. Who can send the email? Okay, tell you. Okay, so I request anyone among you kindly share anyone email address in this chat box so that I'm supposed to interact with them. We need an email address to be mentioned over here. Name and the email address. Can anyone please come across? Okay, fair enough. Just wait for a minute. We are just doing some small, performing some tasks, and I'll explain what we have done once we are able to perform the task using the agent. So just excuse me for a minute. I'm supposed to make some changes.
All right, so I'm sorry for the interruption. I was supposed to make some changes. So, okay, sir, whether are you able to get some email? Sir, we got an email address from one of our participant over here, and I just need to check it out whether you have got some email. Kid, sir,
Yes,
whether
sir.
you have got some
Yes, yeah,
mail.
yes.
Okay, can you just read it for me?
Yes. Hello, Kirit. Just a reminder that we have automation session scheduled for tomorrow in online mode. Make sure to join in at the designated time. Regards,
All right,
Lakshman.
all right, sir. All right, sir. So let me tell you, we have not created this mail for you by us.
this mail has been dropped to you by our Telegram. We have given a prompt to Telegram that this is our agenda, this is the person, this is the email, and we want to type a mail and just send the mail to that person. So I mean to say, if I'm supposed to contact somebody in the outside world, I can simply open my Telegram application. I just write a small message to that application. It itself will schedule my message and the email to that concerned person with the appropriate content in that email. So this is the automation task being done by, and all the agents which I'm basically performing, you can check it out. Those agents are in on the screen. These are basically tasks. These are workflows basically which are being performed by these agents. You can see these all are on the screen itself. All right. So this is another example. Now I am showing you one more example. I hope I'm able to convey the things in the appropriate way. All of you are getting the things, and I'm not making you bored. All of you are not feeling bored today.
Sir, from where do we can do this activity like this
We'll
agent
explain, sir.
creation?
We'll explain to you. We'll explain to you.
Okay.
One more demonstration, then I'll explain to you. And
Okay, sir.
if the time
Okay.
allows, we can make you learn that creation of that, but depends on the time zone and
Okay.
everything.
Mm.
So, all right. So one example. Okay, now another agent in front of you, and uh, I I want somebody to write a mail for me. I'm just sharing an email address of our company. Any sort of random example. We have just thank you so much, sir. I'm just mentioning an email address in the chat box. The needful will be done by Lakshman sir. So Lakshman sir is typing an email address in the chat box, and I want you to uh, drop an email. Anyone among you can drop an email on that email ID. So we'll just wait for the minute. We'll just mention the email address in the chat box. Okay. So you have got an email address. This is a random employee in other company. So we have mentioned an email address. So anyone among you can write an email to this email address right now.
Done, sir. Please check.
All right, sir. The workflow is executed now, and I'll show you. And whether you have got some reply, sir, you have typed some email, and whether you have got some reply.
Just let me check. No, sir.
Just a minute. Just wait for a minute. You will get a reply.
Yes, sir.
Did you get some email?
Yes, sir. I got reply.
Can you just read for everyone out there?
I got reply like that. Hello, Kirit. Hope you are doing well. Best your name.
And sir, what you have written into to us in the mail?
Just hello, sir. Regards,
Ah,
Kirit.
so mean to say, you were just saying sharing a greetings to us, and in our response, we are also responding to the greeting. Hope you are
Correct, sir.
doing well and all. Now,
Yes.
mean to say, if you have could written anything to us, your agenda could be anything, whatever you want to type. My reply will come to you automatically based upon the content you have mentioned in my email. We have not sent any email to you by ourselves. Our agents have, our agent has sent the email to you. So I mean to say, if somebody's, the previous example was, if I want to connect with somebody, I'm not supposed to open my email boxes and all the type and compose the email. My agent can do it for me. If somebody connect with me and he or she types some mail to me, and I want the mail should be automatically replied while taking into consideration, not it should be the dummy format. Depending upon whatever the content you have written to me, it will read it out, analyze the data, and comprehend the data. And based upon the comprehension, it will reply to you automatically. So this is how my agent can communicate with you. This is again the autonomous task being done by agent. So this is another example of agent.
All right. So this is what I mean to say. This is again autonomous task being done by my agent. Now I'll come back to the PPT which I was mentioning to you. So earlier I have given an example of agent. Now I am going to mention about the term called agentic AI. As you can check it out, there are two agents over there, and they do are interacting with each other for the user. What is AI agent? I have mentioned to you. Now, what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is basically that type of AI where there are one or more agents which are interacting with each other in order to perform a complex task and with the multiple reasoning and multiple positioning. For example, if I talk about the previous task, if I'm supposed to make that task more complex, I want my agent to check it out whether my passport is valid or not. Based upon my validity of password, it should book my tickets. So my previous agent will interact with another agent, which will check my passport validity from passport a sort of immigration API, and once it is able to validate the passport, whether it's valid or not, then my booking agent will book my ticket. So they both will exchange the data and obviously will interact with each other. This is the complex task. Now, this task is done by multiple agents, and these kind of agents are basically called agentic AI. Now, based upon this, basically it can be category of a types of agents. These are basically four types of agents we are having. I'll show you. We have reactive agents, learning agents, collaborative agent, multi-agent system. You might have noticed when you try to play games on your phone, chess or something, the person on the other hand is not a human being. Whatever the task you perform, it performs correspondingly. That is basically actually the smartness come from the reactive agent. So that is basically reactive agent. The second category of the agent is learning agent, where you have noticed that in case of driverless car, it will learn and recognize what it's supposed to do, when it is supposed to stop, when it is supposed to move, depending upon the traffic lights and other objects in front of that. So that means that kind of agent learns from the real-time data and perform the task based upon the learning it has got. Third type of agent is basically collaborative agent, where the user is supposed to interact with that agent. For example, all the chatbots, you will put the input in front of that bot and it will interact with you. All the virtual assistants, Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, all these are basically called collaborative agents. It will interact based upon your actions. So that type of autonomous work is basically collaborative agent. And the last category is called multi-agent system. You would have noticed then when you uh, booked a cab on your Ola Uber application, once you are able to fill the destination in the real time, you will come across the distance and the amount which the you are supposed to pay. And when the rider is there in front of your office or home, and you will get a message that rider is already reached. When it drops to you the destination, you pay the bill, and after paying the bill, you get an invoice on your messages or email that the amount is there and this bill is there. So how this is happening? All these tasks are basically performed by the multiple agents, and these are basically called multi-agent systems. And that's why it is called agentic AI. When we talk about the multi-agent system environment, then agentic AI plays a vital role. So this is basically a role of agent and a multi-agent system and the agentic AI. And let me tell you, in order to do the perform the task in the autonomous way, AI agents, agentic AI is performing very well, and the tasks are being performed autonomously. These days, not like the professionals like you and all, even the HR in the companies are using agents. They are creating workflows for making the task autonomously and performing the task autonomously without human intervention. So that is the power of agents and agentic AI. These days, the companies are hiring agents itself rather than coders. There are many companies who have hired, for example, McKinsey has hired so many of agents. It has fired so many people and hired more than 1,000 or 1,200 agents for their task, because they can work endlessly without any sort of intervention, and obviously they give you the more productivity than any sort of human beings. So companies are investing towards the automation. 69% organizations in this present environment are moving toward the automation, and they're adapting to that.
So agentic AI is a vital, it's a basically vital type of AI which is helping the organization these days. Fine. So even when the companies like Meta has said that we are looking for uh, agents to work at the middle level, because they want agents can be hired by any company. For example, if I'm hiring somebody, he and she can work for me only at that one particular time. But agents can be hired by somebody or by any company, and they can get the work done from these agents, and they can get the productivity features from all of them. So let's go back to the PPT. Moving further, so this is the power of agents. Now, uh, furthermore news for you, you can able to see that I have given a practical, sorry, pictorial presentation in front of you. Agents like chatbots, chat GPT and other agents are made more powerful. With the end of this year, probably you will be able to uh, send emails through your open AI chatbots. You can pay your bills. You can ask uh, Spotify to create a playlist while giving a prompt in the agent itself, the chatbot itself. You can even ask the Figma to create a design for you uh, in the chatbot itself. Now, all this is happening just because of one concept. For example, if you are studying a Coursera course in the agents, in the sorry, in you are studying a Coursera course, and you come across with the some sub stuff which you are unable to understand. Based upon the things you are studying, your agent, the OpenAI, will itself understand what you are studying right now, and it will elaborate to you whatever the things you come across when you face some difficulty. So it will interpret what you are basically understanding and what you are reading from that basically course. So all these things are basically possible with one protocol, and that is called MCP, Model Context Protocol. OpenAI and has introduced the platform of MCP, and many companies like Figma and all, they have introduced their own MCPs to interact with the AI application. Now, let's say the AI application in front of you is called ChatGPT, and other things, the external databases, the web APIs, it could be the local file system, the Gmail, the banking system, you can pay the bills and all have introduced their MCP. Now their MCP will interact with your application, and whatever task you want to get it done, you can get it done with a single chat GPT. You are not supposed to open any other application for Gmail, for accessing your bank accounts, and you can do it with the prompts in a single application. That's the new aspect with the help of agentic AI, the OpenAI has introduced, and this is a new trend. Beside that, OpenAI has clearly mentioned it is going to launch the app store for you guys. Anyone can launch their own applications, the e-commerce application, and you can sell the products in OpenAI itself, in the chat bots itself. So these are basically possible because of the commerce side of the application, and they are introducing the commerce protocols for that. So this is the new revolution which is going to see with the help of agentic AI applications. So other than the automating tasks, you will have all the tasks under one roof, even to shop and do have the experience of shopping in the application itself. So furthermore, so this is how it basically works. MCP clients, MCP servers. This is a just pictorial presentations. You can do anything between client and server. And one more thing, in order to get the things done, we should understand the prompt engineering. And obviously, prompt engineering is not about the engineering, it is about the communication skill, how you get the things done from the AI models properly, accurately, in order to get the good results. And further, we have already demonstration. Now the tools to create AI agents. Now you can see we have mentioned certain platforms. Whatever tasks we have shown to you in the form of agents, they were made with the help of N8N. Now, these are the basically platform. You can just note it down. These are the free of cost platform where you can create agents. Even Chat OpenAI has launched its own AI builder, AI builder agent, AI agent builder platform for you guys. You can create your own agent with a drag and drop with a simple flowchart way. When you create a flowchart, you can create a similar kind of flowchart in the AI agent builder in chatbot. in the chat GPT, and you can create your own agent in the premium versions only. So these are the other platform where you can create agents. And furthermore, the experience of APIs, these are the few useful APIs you should use in order to create agents. All right. And furthermore, and these are the some frameworks one should be get familiar in order to get the things done, as I told you, because frameworks are required in order to create good application. Okay. So these are the few frameworks. Now, I just sum up the things. Obviously, for agents, we should understand the concept of large language modeling. And I have explained a little about the large language model. Otherwise, you are already familiar. And obviously, generative AI is the prerequisite. Now, agents can be created using with code and without code. Whatever agents we have shown to you today itself, these all were without coding. We have chosen a open source free of cost platform where you can use your email ID for the free subscription for 14 days, and you can create your own agent. And I'll ask Lakshman sir to open that platform for you guys. And on your screen, again, I'll just come back with the N8N platform. Now, this is the platform. All these agents were made without coding. Agents can be made with code and without code. So these are the without coding agents, and these are basically workflows you need to create and understand. So I'll suggest that is not in regard to this FDP. For your future practices and for making a small task of yours to in the autonomous way, try to create some workflows for you. These are the basic platform which you can use. There is no coding required. These are simple workflow. Even in at N8N, you will find the already created workflows. You can utilize those also. So see, AI literacy is very much required. As we are discussing today, it's a industry 4.0. We understand that AI is a vital role in industry 4.0. As the word autonomous things come, automation is concerned. AI is the vital aspect for that automation. So creating agents could be very helpful for you for your learning aspect, and obviously for making your task done by your agents. So whether somebody is from HR, for management, whatever the person belongs to any sort of respective domain or profession, one should try to create agents for his and her tasks. That is my message, or as AI literacy is required these days. And AI literacy means you should be able to use fundamental foundational AI, just like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok AI, and all. And you should able to use generative AI and agentic AI a little bit for your tasks. I mean to say, use proper agents, generative AI tools for get your work done in the productive way, as I've shown you generative AI examples also, and try to create some agents. I have shown you example of agents also. So I'll just ask Lakshman sir to open the platform, and if somebody wants, we can help them to uh, create a small agent for you also. Right now, if till this stage, if somebody is having any sort of concern, they are open to discuss right now with us. Any concern, any question, if somebody is having right now. We'll appreciate if you'll come across with any concern and question. I just need a feedback from all of you, whether you are getting something, whether I am able to explain the things properly, whether these these seems to be making some sense to you. Whatever things we have discussed so far, whether it is making some sense to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are getting the points and flow.
Right, all right, all right. That's good. So anything, if anything you need to discuss, anybody, or if you want, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Uh, so if somebody wants, we can explain the creation of agent without coding right now on this platform.
Yes, sir.
A
Yes, sir.
simple should
Please.
be
Yes, yes.
okay for okay. Yes, ma'am. Somehow, they obviously depending upon how secure you want to create your app agent, depending upon the data protection. Obviously, when we going to give, but these are the basically workflows only. Right now, we are just using APIs here. When we are supposed to give the access to our databases and all that, the security come across. Obviously, they are getting the access of your databases in the real time. Obviously, they have the access of your databases. For example, you want the email should be delivered to your all employees. Now, obviously, it is going to access the databases.
Here, whatever the task we have done, we have used external APIs only. That is for some demonstration purposes. So otherwise, security, as I've already mentioned, ma'am, when we talk about AI itself, security has been a major concern. Not only security, the electricity consumption, the power consumption, you mean to say, is a major concern right now when we are training AI models. They're all using the data centers. Now, data centers require a lot of power these days. And worldwide, the consumption of electricity, I think 8% of the electricity of the whole world is being utilized these days by data centers, and more and more data centers are opening. And obviously, in order to run the powerful chips, we need the power and also security is one concern, and power consumption, electricity is another concern. And security have been always a major concern when the data is going to be stored on the external resources, external databases, even on the cloud. And that is obviously that happens with every sort of application. But obviously, the security preventions and measures are being taken by the concerned bodies, and the roles played by the security professionals, depending upon what layer they are working upon, network or end-to-point or server-side security. But obviously, when we are going to access some external databases, uh, so you have mentioned whether we are able to create agent for oil refinery. Can you just figure it out what the question was? So agent in general means any sort of task to be automated in regards to your nature of work which you do on the daily basis. Now these applications are basically on software based, but with the help of real-time application, you need obviously the ecosystem, the sensor, the actuators, and everything. You can do whatever the automation you have to do. And furthermore, I'll ask Lakshman sir to explain the things in detail. And obviously, he is going to help you out to create a small agent for you right now using this platform N8N. So let us open from the beginning, and if you are able to understand a simple application. Okay, now over to you, Lakshman sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. First of all, good evening, everyone. Okay, so the question from Miss Rajalakshmi was like, whether it is possible to create an AI agent on oil refinery. Obviously, ma'am, it is possible, but if you want to just automate the things, but not for the product part, like you need robots for the same. Okay, so parameters could be like you can set the prices, or you can just use it for the sale purpose, not for the like production. Okay, like you can use automation for the production, but not agent for the production. Okay, so yeah, moving next, let's create a basic agent. So first of all, I'm going inside the workspace. Okay, so this is basic. This is our workspace where we are going to set the things to create an agent. Okay, so yeah, let's create the agent for caption generator. Okay, for that, we first need to set a chat message, like where I will be giving my input. Okay, so for that, I'll just click this plus icon, and here I'll be getting on chat message. You can see on the right hand side here. Yeah. Now you can see I'm having basically I am having this chat open for me where I can give some input. Okay. Now here I'll be giving some chain. Okay, chain basically it will help to process the data. Whatever I'm asking to the model or to the agent, it will help me out to process with that. Okay, so for that, I'll search basic LLM chain. Yeah, so I have to set this chain because as I want my input in the form of some captions, so I need to tell it that I want some captions over some topic. Okay, so let's just add the prompt. Okay, let's I say. You are an AI agent and your task is to create captions for the scenes described to you in the form of images or videos that could be posted over social media. Yeah. Okay. This is our prompt in which I'm saying you are an AI agent and your task is to create captions for the scenes described to you in the form of images or videos. Okay. Now I'll just save it and I'll just click outside of the system. And here I need to give a model to it, like where it obviously it is going to process something. Then how is it going to process something? It will take reference from somewhere. Like I can pass Gemini, I can pass API key of Gemini so that it could get some data over the data centers from the data centers or from the databases. Okay, so I'm just passing it the API key of Gemini. So for that, I'll just add a model. I'll search Gemini over here, and here is my Gemini. Okay, obviously my API key is already linked with it, but if you want to link, just click on this edit icon, okay, and create a website, create an API. You can create, let me show you, you can create your API key from this website, Google AI Studios. Just go here and click API key. Okay. You can see here I'm already having 2 API keys. You can generate as much as you want depending upon the availability. Sorry, not availability, but depending upon the subscription as well. For that time, Gemini is providing free API keys, so you don't need any subscription. You can just use it. You just need to create API key. Just click it, and it will create for you. Okay. Now going back to our workflow. So you just need to paste your API key over here. You just need to paste your API key over here and just save it. Okay, click outside, and you can select the model according to your need. Obviously, some of the models are paid over here, but some of them are obviously free of cost. So there are multiple models, so you can check it out here. Okay, so like I'm using models slash Gemini slash 2.5 flash. Okay, so it is basically free of, it is available free of cost. Okay, you can use it. That is Gemini 2.5 flash. Okay, now yeah, we have integrated the things. We just need to test it. Okay, let me test it. I'll just send hi. Okay, yeah, it is processing the things. You can see over here. You can check a green tick over here. You can obviously check some green ticks over the models that we connected and the tools that we connected. Okay. Okay, now it is asking, hi there, I'm ready to help you create some awesome captions. Okay, it is sending this text by itself. I just linked a Gemini key over here. Okay, now let's describe it some scenarios. Okay, I'm singing a song. Let's say I'm singing a song. Okay, let's say, what does it replies? Okay, it is processing. You can see it is processing. Okay, here we go. It created some captions. Let me show you. Is it visible to you all?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can see that's great. Singing is such a wonderful way to express yourself. Obviously, these are the captions. Okay, lost in the music, belting out my favorite tunes, mic check. Okay, something like that. And obviously, you can choose any of the captions that you need or that you like to post it over the social media you are using, like Facebook or something like Instagram, Snapchat. You can use, like, it is suitable for any kind of social media. Yeah, so it was a basic agent uh, of creating some captions. Okay, so I hope it is all understood to you. If anyone is having any kind of doubt in creating an agent, they may ask.
Lakshman, can you please summarize in fast way that like that from where you take this LLM model in this block?
Okay, sure. Thank you for the query, sir. Okay. first, like I wanted to create some captions, means I need to give some input to it. Okay, so for the input, I just went to the plus icon. Okay, over the plus icon, you can see, you can just scroll. Okay, let's see. Just wait a second. I'm opening a new workspace so that you can understand the things as very clear. Okay, just went to right hand corner. Okay, and there you can see create workflow point. Okay, just click it and you will get this workplace. Okay, we just need to click this plus icon, or you can click this plus icon as well. Okay, both will be showing the same thing. Okay, so yeah, here we go. And as I said earlier, that we first need to get some place where I'll be giving some input. Okay, so for that, I need to give some input. I need some chat box. Okay, so I just click on chat message and I get that chat message. I just click outside of it. Okay, and now you can see I'm having a chat interface over here at the downside. Okay, and now moving next. Now I want to process my data. I want to process my input. Okay, for that I just click on this plus icon and I search for the basic LLM chain. LLM chain basically stands for large language model chain. Okay, so yeah, basic LLM chain. I just clicked over it and here I got something to give prompt. Here I mentioned that you are an AI agent and your task is to create captions for the images and videos described to you so that it could be posted over social media. Yeah. Okay. We're done with the prompt. And now this LLM chain will help to process the data. Now, what kind of data? As I'm giving some input, so it needs to generate some output. To generate that output and to return it, we need some model. So for that model, I just clicked over. I just went to Gemini, and yeah. Now, as I said earlier, you can create your API key by visiting the Google. Okay, you can search Google AI Studios. You'll get the API key over there. And yeah, here I already have linked with my API, so I'll just save it. And you can use the model 2.5 Flash. Okay, now let's test it again. Hi. Yeah, again it is working. Now again. I'm delivering a session on, let's say, AI agents. Okay. Yeah, again, it is processing the data, you can see. And it is obviously generating some output as well, and you'll get the captions. I hope, Mr. Kirit,
Yes,
all
yes,
clear
clear
to you?
now. Yes, yes, perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, are there any other questions that anyone wants to ask? I'm open for the questions.
So we have to go to the NA10 webpage to for this one.
Yes, this is basically a platform as a service platform. That's right. Okay, you just need to search NA10. Let me show you. Yeah, you just need to search NA10. Okay, and go here, and you need to first get started. You need to click on get started as you're not registered with the NA10. So you need to first register with the NA10. Then you need to sign in, and you can create the workflows.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay. Is there any other queries?
Is it free of credit based or like a
Yeah,
payment
obviously,
based?
sir, it is free for the first 20 days. Sorry,
Okay.
first 14 days. And after 14 days, if you want to continue with it, you need to, buy the subscription, or else you can create some other email ID and you can use it for
Okay.
the 14 more days.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So just wait a second. Okay, thank you. Now, answer will continue.
All right, sir. So I think we are done at our part. So we have explained the things for the day-to-day itself. So these are the few terms to sum up: AI, foundational and generative, and agentic AI. Any sort of concern, sir? Any question or concern?
Sir, can we get this for this session? Can we get the recording session also so that we can refer at least?
So can you come again, please? What you have said?
For this session, for this today's session, can we get the recording?
Recording already has been done by the authorities, sir, of the college.
Yes.
I believe so.
But can we get the access?
So
Okay,
that is with their hand.
participant.
I'm not a right person to tell. That
Okay.
is with the college stuff. So I believe you can talk to the authorities.
Okay. No issues. And can we get the PPTs for today's session?
So these are basically official PPTs of the company.
Okay.
So I can do one thing. I can
Yes.
make a brief, informative PPT for you.
Yeah.
Another PPT, and I'll share with the authorities. They can forward to you.
Yeah. That will be helpful actually. That's why.
Yeah, we'll do the needful, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else, sir?
No. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So, Arvind, sir,
Yes.
any other concern from our end?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your informative and comprehensive session. Today, in this session, discussed about the various models of automation using agentic AI, Industry 4.0 embracing the future of automation, autonomous and robotics, augmented reality and 3D printing, additive manufacturing, key benefits of agentic AI in Industry 4.0, resource and energy efficiency, supply chain visibility, key key benefits of AI in Industry 4.0, some facts related to AI agent, and characteristics of AI agent, generative AI, example of image generator in just to show in the screen within 25.39 seconds was explained. Chatbot language model, suitable examples, illustration of AI agent towards agentic AI, types of AI agents, and so many more. So I hope that participants fully involved and engaged in this session and beneficial for them all. So thank you so much, Mr. Anshu Aneja, for your informative session. Have a nice day.
All right, sir, most welcome. And if anyone, anywhere need any sort of help from us, so we will be delighted to help anytime other than this FDP program. So it will be a pleasure for us if somebody is able to find some useful information from our end. Already the things which were asked last time, I have already shared with the authorities. But if something is left or any sort of information further required, uh, so obviously, I think the numbers of our company has been shared with the people out there. And in case you need any help, so you are always most welcome. And thanks once again for having me as a research person for this FDP program. Hopefully, we have tried a level best
to make this useful for you, and your valuable feedbacks will be appreciated. How the things was, whether we were able to explain you things in detail, and whether we were justified with the purpose of this FDP. So that is the main aspect for us to understand today. So hopefully, maybe some other time, other day, we'll connect again. And this was my duty, and I will try a little best. So thank you so much, sir. And yeah, in case somebody wants to connect with me anytime, I'm just mentioning the number for you guys. So you are always most welcome, or you can take my number from the authorities whenever you feel. I'll be happy to help you out. So yeah, this is the number. So you can just note it down if somebody needs or any assistance from my team. I'll ask my team to be uh, helpful for you and available for you. Thank you so much, sir. And I'll take your leave now. And thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
everyone. It was wonderful interacting with you. And once again, grateful for the authorities for inviting me, for inviting our team, for sharing this knowledge, whatever we possess so far. Otherwise, you all are intellects. I really feel that it was something like training the people who are already training the youth, and you are all the major, uh, role players in this industry. But still, to some extent, we have tried. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So I'll take your leave now. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now uh, this is the recap session, and what ever have been just discussed about the in front of all participants from the side of expert dignities. I will recap one by one. So good afternoon to all the respected dignitaries, faculty members, and participants. Uh, as we reach the concluding session of today's FDP, it is my privilege to present a comprehensive reflection on the insightful and impactful presentations delivered by Mr. Mani Madhukar on the first day and the first session, delivered an insightful session on introduction to Industry 4.0 and uh, artificial intelligence, highlighting how the fourth industrial revolution is transforming industries through smart automation, connectivity, and data driven decision making. He explained the role of AI as the core engine of Industry 4.0, enabling predictive analytics, intelligent machines, and enhanced operational efficiency. His session emphasized key technologies such as IoT, cloud computing, and robotics, and big data, and how their integration is reshaping modern workplaces. With clear example and practical relevance, he encouraged participants to adopt AI-driven skills and embrace the opportunities of digital transformation. For your very informative session, sir, Madhukar sir, thank you so much. Now, uh, the session of uh, Ms. Sulakshana Arora, I would like to just say some words about her sessions. 2 sessions was developed by her, and the session was very impactful. So she is working in as a CEO of Dextros Inc. Canada. Her session have not only expanded our understanding of AI systems, but have also awakened us to the critical need for ensuring security, trust, and robustness in modern artificial intelligence applications. Dr. Sulakshana began by highlighting the fundamental AI security paradox, a situation where AI adoption is growing at an aggressive pace. Yet, our security mechanisms and preparedness are lagging behind. As she pointed out, while the global AI market is now worth billions of dollars with double digit annual growth, more than 70% of organizations still lack a comprehensive security strategy for their AI systems. This gap creates a vulnerability window where AI systems are powerful but not necessarily protected. Our first session explained the multi-layered threat landscape of AI, which operates at 4 interconnected levels: data level, model level, development level, and operational level. Through various examples, she demonstrated that threats are not limited to data manipulation or adversarial attack alone. They permeate every stage of the AI system's life cycle, whether it is poisoning the training data, injecting backdoors, exploiting model sweats, compromising deployment infrastructure, or even insider threats within organizations. AI security challenges are versatile, sophisticated, and constantly evolving. Moving to the model level, Dr. Sulakshana provided an in-depth explanation of adversarial attacks like FGSM, PGD, and Galini and Wagner. These attacks, although sometimes imperceptible to the human eye, can drastically mislead AI models. Example included misclassification of images by adding subtle and attack surface, particularly dangerous in critical domains such as autonomous driving, medical imaging, and security surveillance. She also brought attention to model extraction threats where attackers replicate uh, proprietary AI models simply by observing the outputs. Her insights into the deployment and operational threats gave us a realistic view of the vulnerability present in cloud environments, edge devices, software supply chains, and even everyday operational processes. In her second session, focusing especially on AI threats in visual inspection systems using OpenCV and Python, she connected this concept of computer vision applications, a backbone of modern manufacturing surveillance and medical diagnostics. She demonstrated how adversarial patches can deceive surveillance systems, how poisoned data sheets can lead to acceptance of defective components in industrial inspection, and how model extraction can undermine years of research and intellectual property. A significant portion of her talk was dedicated to mitigation strategies and security frameworks. She strongly emphasized that Security is not a feature to be added at the end. It must be woven into each stage of the development life cycle, from robust data validation, adversarial training, and ensembling methods to secure coding, access control, encryption, and continuous monitoring. Her concluding message revolved around the importance of collaboration between academia and industry. In summary, Dr. Sulakshna sessions gave us a 360-degree view of AI security, from the fundamentals to the most advanced attack vectors, from real-world case studies to actionable defense strategies. Her vision is clear. The future of AI will depend not only on accuracy and performance, but also on trust, security, transparency, and resilience. As we conclude, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Sulashna for her enriching contributions and to all participants for their active engagement. Let us take forward these learnings, integrate them into our teaching, research, and professional responsibilities, and collectively contribute towards building a secure and trustworthy AI ecosystem. Good afternoon to all respective dignitaries, faculty, colleagues, and dear participant. It is a privilege to present the concluding remark on the exceptionally insightful, comprehensive, and intellectually stimulating session conducted by Dr. Sandeep Sharma on the theme Machine Learning and Deep Learning Basics. His lecture was on one of the most enlightening contributions in the safety field, known for its depth, clarity, and practical relevance to the evolving landscape of Industry 4.0 and modern artificial intelligence. From the very beginning, Dr. Sharma engaged the participants with his rich command over the subject and has ability to simplify complex concepts through the relatable examples. He introduced machine learning and deep learning not merely as conceptually tools, but as revolutionary technologies influencing every field today: science, engineering, healthcare, business, environment, and even the creative domains. Understanding ML and DL concepts made clear. Dr. Sharma started by explaining the fundamental of machine learning as a system that enables computers to learn patterns from the data and make decisions without explicit programming. He then extended this understanding into deep learning, a subset of machine learning inspired by the structure of the human brain. His explanation of labeled and unlabeled data was especially valuable. He emphasized how labeled data drives supervised learning, enabling tasks like classification and regression. Supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. One of the strengths of Dr. Sharma's lecture was the way he categorized the three major machine learning paradigms: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning. A remarkable part of Dr. Sharma's session was his emphasis on the interdisciplinary nature of AI. He drew connection between AI and sciences, mathematics, biology, psychology, physics, neurosciences, and explained how interdisciplinary collaboration accelerate innovation. His discussion on neural coding, which connects deep learning to biological neural networks, was particularly fascinating for participants from diverse academic backgrounds. He also emphasized how AI forms the backbone of Industry 4.0, touching industries such as manufacturing, agriculture, transportation, logistics, healthcare, and education. This holistic perspective helped participants understand how necessary it is to adapt AI skills in today's academic and professional environment. Dr. Sharma also provided an eye-opening overview of the top enterprise technologies shaping the digital world. He explained how cloud computing, edge computing, IoT, blockchain, data science, and cybersecurity integrate with machine learning to build intelligent autonomous systems. Dr. Sharma made participants aware of the deep synergy between AI and scientific research. He explained how AI accelerates drug discovery, climate modeling, structural engineering, astronomy, agriculture advancements, and medical diagnostics. This reinforced the message that the future belongs to those who can integrate domain knowledge with intelligent technologies. In the conclusion of Professor Dr. Sandeep Sharma's session was rich, meaningful, and intellectually rewarding. His balanced combination of theory application and forward-looking insight helped participants build confidence in understanding machine learning and deep learning basic concept with suitable examples. He not only explains the current state of AI, but also prepared us to embrace future challenges and opportunities. His lecture was undoubtedly inspired us to continue learning, experimenting, and contributing to the rapidly evolving field of artificial intelligence. From Chitkara University, Chitkara, Punjab, Dr. Rajinder Kumar presentation his valuable information session begin his session by setting a clear context of how AI has rapidly transitions from research area and as a research area to an essential technological force influencing every domain: education, industry, governance, and society. He highlighted that while AI brings unprecedented efficiency, accuracy, and automation, it also demands a responsible, ethical, and strategic approach to its adoption. One of the most valuable aspects of his session was the way he connected theoretical foundation with real world applications. He explained how AI models are developed, trained, and developed, and how their performance relies heavily on data quality, algorithm design, and continuous evaluation. His examples from industry, healthcare, and automation helped participants appreciate the practical dimensions of AI-driven decision making. Dr. Rajendra Kumar also emphasized the importance of AI literacy for educators, using faculty members to integrate AI concept into teaching inspire students towards multidisciplinary learning and prepare them for future job markets. He encouraged all participants to connectively engage in research, innovation, and skill development to remain relevant in the evolving digital landscape. In conclusion, his session was not merely a technical overview, but a forward-looking roadmap. It has truly enriched our understanding and inspired us to adopt AI with responsibility, curiosity, and confidence. second session of Dr. Rajendra Kumar on the theme AI for Energy Efficiency and Sustainability in Industry 4.0. His presentation offered a comprehensive and forward-looking perspective on how artificial intelligence is transforming global effort towards sustainable, energy efficient industrial growth. Dr. Rajendra began by highlighting the urgency of the topic. Today, the industrial sector consumes nearly 37% of the world energy and contributes of 24% of CO2 emissions, reminding us that sustainability is not just a choice, but responsibilities. He then clearly explained how the shift from traditional system to Industry 4.0, powered by Internet of Things, Big Data, Cloud, and Edge computing, has opened new pathways for intelligent and optimized energy management. Dr. Rajinder also shed light on global initiative from the Europe 2030 climate framework to innovations by Google, Microsoft, Schneider Electric, and Tesla, showing how loading organizations worldwide are leveraging AI to build greener, cleaner, and smarter industries. Dr. Rajendra Kumar concluding emphasis on balancing AI own energy footprint, promoting energy efficient algorithm, and ensuring long-term sustainability reflected a thoughtful and holistic approach. Overall, the session was highly enlightening, inspiring all of us to integrate AI-driven sustainability practice in research, teaching, and industrial collaboration. In this concluding session of the faculty development forum, it is privileged to once again present a detailed reflection on the highly inciting and thought-provoking lecture delivered by Dr. H.S. Hota. His session on Industry 4.0, a new paradigm, and the subsequent advanced discussion on machine learning, artificial intelligence applications, and modern industrial innovations were among the most insightful contribution of this faculty development program. Dr. Hota began his first lecture by highlighting the sense of Industry 4.0, which marks the fusion of physical and digital technologies. He beautifully explained how this fourth industrial revolution differs from earlier phases through its emphasis on connectivity, automation, data exchange, and intelligent system. He presented the foundations of machine learning in an extremely accessible manner, especially for participants who are new to domain. He covered the basic ML workflow, data collection, pre-processing, feature extraction, algorithm selection, training, testing, and model deployment, while connecting each component with the real industrial process. The second lecture by Dr. H.S. Hota offered a systematic, in-depth exploration of modern ML and AI technologies and their integration within Industry 4.0 systems. He began by discussing the fundamentals of data, features, algorithms, and classification techniques, emphasizing how the quality of data and the choice of feature directly influence model performance. One minute. Yes. 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 So, in the second session, Dr. Hota offered a systematic in-depth exploration of modern ML and AI technologies and their integration with Industry 4.0 systems. He elaborated on how machine learning models learn patterns from historical data to predict outcomes and how object detection plays a crucial role in industrial automation, surveillance, quality control, and robotics. His examples demonstrated the precision and efficiency machine learning provides in real-time manufacturing systems. Dr. Hota introduced participants to the core machine learning paradigms, supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. He also discussed semi-supervised learning, an approach that effectively utilizes a small set of labeled data along with a large volume of unlabeled data. An approach increasingly used in modern industry where labeled database are expensive or time consuming to prepare. Importantly, he addressed the shortcomings of traditional ML systems, such as their dependence on hand-crafted features, limited capacity to handle high dimensional data, and challenges in understanding complex patterns. This naturally lead to the evolution and rise of deep learning. Dr. Hota also shared the success mantra of deep learning, highlighting factors such as large database and powerful GPU, optimized architectures, and advanced training method like multi-layer neural networks. One of the most engaging part of his session was the demonstration of real-world industry 4.0. So robotics and automation, 3D printing, smart warehousing and logistics, healthcare applications, smart agriculture, energy and utilities, AI during COVID-19, tracking prediction of infection trends, vaccine development, resource allocation, and telemedicine, an excellent example of how AI supported global resilience during crisis. I'm going to forward. Across both sessions, Dr. Hota provided a powerful blend of conceptual clarity, technical depth, real-world examples, and futurist insights. His lectures not only strengthened our understanding of Industry 4.0, but also highlighted the immense possibilities that machine learning, deep learning, and automation bring to every industrial sector. Now, followed by Dr. Ramesh Bhandari, who has presented a clear and impactful overview of Industry 4.0 and the transformative role of artificial intelligence in modern industrial ecosystems. His talk effectively connected fundamental concepts, emerging technologies, and real-world applications. Dr. Bharti began by introducing Industry 4.0 as the fourth industrial revolution built on automation, interconnectivity, and digital transformation. He explained how earlier industrial revolution focused on mechanization, electricity, and computing, while Industry 4.0 integrates IoT, artificial intelligence, robotics, cloud systems, and cyber physical systems to create smart, self-optimizing environments. Dr. Bharti then outlined the core technologies enabling this revolution: advanced robotics, big data analytics, machine learning, blockchain, and sensor-based automation, highlighting their interconnected and mutually reinforcing roles. A major emphasis of his talk was on the central role of artificial intelligence, which he described as the intelligent engine. Behind Industry 4.0, he illustrated key AI application in manufacturing, in the field of predictive maintenance, in the field of AI-driven quality control, in the field of automation and robotics, including collaborative robots that work safely alongside humans. The Bharti also elaborated on smart supply chain management, showing how AI optimized inventory, logistic, routing, and warehousing through real-time analytics. He stressed the integration of big data and AI, which enables uh, in industries to derive actionable insight from massive data sets. Dr. Bhalti also addressed cybersecurity challenges, emphasizing the growing risk of data breaches and the session need for secure AI-driven threat detection. An important part of Dr. Ramesh Bharti session focused on human-machine collaboration, explaining that Industry 4.0 enhances human capability rather than replacing it. He encouraged academic research, interdisciplinary collaboration, and innovation to bridge the gap between education institutions and industry. In conclusion, Dr. Bharti session provided participants with a sharp, comprehensive understanding of how AI and Industry 4.0 are reshaping modern industries and creating vast opportunities for research development and technological leadership. Now I come to the session of Dr. Mr. Anshu Aneja, taking two sessions, second day and today at the last day. The session was very significantly and more one-to-one connectivity with illustration, with example, with demo, all segments was there. And highly engaging and practically rich session delivered by Mr. Anshu Aneja. He is managing director of Anshu Infotech Amritsar. His two-part lecture series offered participants a valuable blend of foundational understanding, hands-on demonstration, and futuristic insights into machine learning, automation, and agentic AI within the context of Industry 4.0. Dr. Anshu's first session introduced the core principle of machine learning using simple example to explain how machines learn from data, identify pattern and make predictions. What made this session particularly impactful was his live coding demonstration, where he guided participants through step-by-step implementation of machine learning models. This practical exposure helped participants clearly understand the underlying logic of algorithms and the importance of data pre-processing, training, testing, and evaluation. In today's session, in today's second session, he explained, because he was delivering his individually second session, he expanded the discussion towards the next frontier, automation using agentic AI. He beautifully explained how Industry 4.0 is evolving from simple automatic tasks to highly autonomous systems powered by AI agents. Topics such as topics such as autonomous robotics, augmented reality, and 3D printing were presented with example-driven clarity. His illustrations of additive manufacturing highlighted how modern industries are shifting from mass production to intelligent, customized manufacturing. Mr. Ansh Mr. Anshu also highlighted the key benefits of agentic AI: scalability, faster decision making, reliability, and reduced operational risk. He discussed the essential characteristics of AI agents, including autonomy, reactivity, adaptability, and goal driven behavior. One of the session most memorable aspects was his live demonstration of generative AI, where he generated image on real time and showcased how a chatbot functions through participants email interaction. His explanation of the transition from traditional AI agent to agentic AI, along with the different types of AI agents, give participants a clear understanding of the future trajectory of AI powered automation. In conclusion, Mr. Anshu sessions were deeply informative, application oriented, and inspiring. His practical demonstration and forward looking insights have significantly enriched the learning experience of all participants. At the last but not the least, the session was covered by the following lectures. On the day one, Dr. Mani Madhukar from from Noida, project manager IBM Noida, and the second session was delivered by Dr. Rajinder Kumar, Professor, Chitkara University, Chitkara, while on the day two, first session was conducted by Dr. Sandeep Sharma, Professor Sandeep Sharma. He is professor and head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. Second session was delivered by Dr. H.S. Hota. He is professor from Dr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. Day third session was day third. In the first session, Mr. Anshu Aneja delivered his significant topic, building simple ML models using Google Colab, while in the second session, Dr. Ramesh Bharti, who is the head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Jagannath University, Jaipur. Day fourth, both session was covered by Ms. Sulakshana Arora, faculty and research scientist, AI and ML, Madras University, Texas University, and Canada, not Madras University. Both session was very informative and comprehensive. Day five, first session was delivered by the Rajinder Kumar. Once again, he was taking his second session this day, and followed by Dr. H.S. Hota. This was also second session of Dr. H.S. Hota. Now today is the last session. First session was delivered by Dr. Ramkishan Divangan, and second session was delivered by his second session in this FDP, Mr. Anshu Aneja. So this was the recap of this ATAL FDP, and we will come back into the concluding session, valedictory session, at the last of today session. So this was from my side, and now over to Dr. Vinit Prakash, co-coordinator, ATAL FDP.
Thank you, dear all participants. Now you have to log in ATAL portal and go to the assessment tab, and link will open exactly at 6 p.m. and you have to answer 50 questions within 60 minutes. Each question will carry 2 marks. So kindly submit your assessment and submit feedback up to 7:30, and after 7:30 please join us in valedictory session, and that's all. Best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
We will come back at 7:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all participants, please.
Hello, sir. One question from my side.
Aha.
Can I use my personal computer or laptop only, sir? Chintan Patel is here.
Yes, you can use
Laptop computers. I think mobile phones are not allowed in that case.
Yes, sir, I know that, sir. But personal computers are allowed or not, sir? PC?
These are allowed, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. We will come back at 7:30 p.m. sharp.
Ramio pelna ke uju ene. PC pati bhi karai lo to. चल जाओ रे कहीं लैपटॉप पर ठीक करूं.
Assessment is very suitable.
Dr. Vinit, sir, can we leave, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am going to end the meeting.
Please stop the recording.
Yes, sir.
We will again switch on the recording at